everyone, and welcome back to me, Shiva Wilson, and my channel which is all about legalising adult use cannabis in the UK. Now today I have an omnibus of pro-legalisation cannabis spiel for you. I've spent ages on ChatGPT getting it to craft weed legalisation arguments and scenarios. Basically loads of different words all about weed legalisation in the UK. So, in today's omnibus, what if weed is actually self-legalizing? What would the plant say if given a voice? Then, a little debate about the phrase, cannabis is neither legal nor illegal. Then a chat with the Prime Minister, imaginary of course. Come on people, if I had access to the Prime Minister, what would I say about weed legalization? And then finally, some cannabis legalization affirmations and a prayer for good measure to Lord Shiva, Lord of Bung, asking for his help to legalize in the UK. So if you like people talking about weed from different viewpoints, this one's for you. So to start with, once upon a time, I was smoking a joint and the weed said to me, I'm self-legalizing these days, you know. And I took that as an insight. Now it could all be baloney, but I have seen weed become legal in various places around the world lately without any input from me. Maybe it is self-legalizing, and if it was, what else might the plant have to say about it? Here we go. If the cannabis plant could speak about its self-legalizing efforts, it might say something a little like this. Through time, I've shown people the potential I hold, not just for recreation, but for relief, healing, and industry. My leaves whisper to researchers about the discoveries they can make, urging them to explore my benefits. I've inspired advocates to challenge outdated laws and misconceptions, stirring conversations and debates in courtrooms and living rooms alike. My presence in various cultures as a source of peace and wellness has sown seeds of change in public perception. As societies learn to see beyond stigma, they're rewriting the rules to better integrate what I have to offer. Though I can't change the laws alone, I'm at the heart of a movement that's growing stronger with every informed voice and every open mind. So there you go. Weed's been fighting for its rights all along. Ha ha! Now what about this statement? Cannabis cannot be legal or illegal. The statement, cannabis cannot be legal or illegal, can be seen from different perspectives. 1. The natural perspective. From a purely natural standpoint, cannabis is a plant that grows in nature without any inherent legal status. It simply exists, much like any other plant. 2. Societal constructs. Legal or illegal status is a construct of human society where authorities define laws and regulations about what is permissible. In this sense, legality is not an innate property of cannabis itself, but rather a label assigned to it by social agreement and legal systems. 3. Moral and ethical views. Some people may argue that the legal status of cannabis or any substance should not be dictated solely by law, but by moral or ethical considerations. What is legal is not always seen as morally right by everyone, and vice versa. 4. Cultural and historical context. The perception of cannabis, its use and its legal status have varied greatly across different cultures and historical periods. What is considered legal or illegal depends on a specific time and place's cultural and legal context. 5. Emerging legalization trends. As more regions consider the legal status of cannabis for various reasons, example, medical benefits, economic opportunities, the concept of legality is continually evolving. In places where cannabis laws are changing, there can be a transitional period where the boundaries of legal and illegal use become less clear. In essence, while cannabis itself is just a plant, whether it is legal or illegal depends on human-imposed laws and regulations which can vary widely and change over time. Human-imposed laws, eh? Time to lift up some of the impositions, I think. Now, ChatGPT, what would you say to the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom to convince him that legalising cannabis is the right thing to do for the UK? So ChatGPT says, If I were sitting in front of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom to advocate for the legalization of cannabis for adult use, I would present a well-rounded argument focusing on several key areas: public health, economic benefits, social justice, and personal freedom. Here's how I might frame the discussion. 1. Public health benefits. Harm reduction. Legalizing cannabis allows for regulation, which can reduce the risks associated with unregulated products. It can lead to safer consumption methods and better information about potency and effects. Medicinal use. Cannabis has well-documented medicinal properties that can aid in the treatment of various conditions, such as chronic pain, anxiety, epilepsy, and more. Legalization would facilitate access for patients in need and encourage research into its therapeutic benefits. 2. Economic advantages. Tax revenue. Legal cannabis markets can generate significant tax revenue, as seen in various states in the US and countries like Canada. These funds can be invested into public services, healthcare, and education. Job creation. The cannabis industry has the potential to create thousands of jobs in farming, production, distribution, and retail sectors. This can contribute to local economies and reduce unemployment rates. 3. Social justice. Reducing criminalization. Legalizing cannabis would help diminish the stigma and legal repercussions associated with its use. This is particularly important for marginalized communities that have faced disproportionate enforcement of cannabis laws. Redirecting resources. Law enforcement resources currently spent on policing cannabis can be redirected towards tackling more serious crimes. Decriminalization can also relieve pressure on the justice system and reduce prison overcrowding. 4. Evidence-based approach. Learn from other jurisdictions, Prime Minister. Countries and regions that have legalized cannabis provide valuable data on the effects of legalization. We can learn from their successes and challenges to create a robust regulatory framework that suits the UK's unique context. Public opinion, Prime Minister. Increasing numbers of UK citizens support cannabis legalization. Engaging with the public and recognising this shift in perception can lead to a more socially inclusive policy. 5. Personal freedom and responsibility. Individual choice. Legalization respects the rights of adults to make their own choices regarding cannabis use, similar to alcohol and tobacco. An effective regulatory framework can encourage responsible use while providing education about potential risks. In conclusion, I would emphasize that the holistic approach to cannabis legalization not only addresses public health and safety concerns, but also enhances economic growth, promotes social equity, and respects personal freedoms. By implementing a well-regulated framework, the UK can take a proactive step towards a healthier, more just society while leveraging a valuable economic opportunity. Done. And finally, here are some cannabis legalization affirmations for you to chant or put up around your room or whatever, followed by a prayer to Lord Shiva. So, here are some affirmations that you can use to focus on the goal of cannabis legalization. 1. The legalization of cannabis brings positive change and opportunities for all. 2. I support the safe and responsible legalization of cannabis. 3. Cannabis legalization empowers communities and enhances well-being. 4. Legalizing cannabis creates jobs and boosts the economy. 5. Cannabis laws are evolving for the betterment of society. I like that one. 6. I am part of a movement towards positive change in cannabis legalization. 7. Cannabis education and awareness lead to informed legalization. 8. The future of cannabis is legal, safe, and beneficial for everyone. So these affirmations are intended to keep your focus positive and reinforce your commitment to advocating for legalization. Now, here is a respectful and heartfelt prayer to Lord Shiva, Lord of Bhang, seeking his blessings for the legalization of cannabis in the UK. So are you ready? Put your hands together. Pray to Lord Shiva. Here we go. Om Namah Shivaya. O Lord Shiva, the benevolent and compassionate one, who embodies the essence of transformation and divine wisdom. In your presence, I humbly bow and seek your guidance and compassion. O Nilakanta, who holds the power of healing and well-being. You, who understand the sacred nature of all plants and their purposes, bless us with the wisdom to recognize the medicinal and beneficial properties of cannabis. Grant the leaders and policy makers in the UK the clarity and foresight to see beyond misconceptions and embrace the potential for healing and relief. O Mahadeva, in your infinite grace, support the movement for legalization, so that those who need it for medicine, comfort and peace may receive it without hindrance. Let your divine energy flow through this cause, transforming doubts into acceptance, resistance into understanding, and fear into hope. O Lord of the universe, let your guiding light illuminate the path towards a compassionate and just decision, benefiting the well-being of many. We seek your blessings, O Lord Shiva, to bring about this positive change. In the name of health, wellness, and the greater good. Om Namah Shivaya. With deep respect and faith, we invoke your divine presence. Bless us with your support and guidance to see this vision realized. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. And that's it for your Cannabis Legalization Omnibus for the day. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I've been Shiva Wilson, and we've been campaigning to legalise adult use cannabis in the UK, #LCUK, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night.